Hey guys, what's going on? So, as bad as you think that Rush Royale is, it can be worse. And what I mean by that is there are a certain number of games that are on the Play Store or the App Store that I refer to as ad games. They are not really games, they are games that are designed to look like games so that you watch a million ads so that the company makes money off of the amount of ads that you watch. This is a game called Dice versus Monsters, and essentially what you're I have to explain the game, and then I'll explain how this could be Rush Royale, and if it was, you would not play Rush Royale, because I will play this game for a little while. I will show you the perils and pitfalls of playing this type of game, and one of the telltale signs that this is an ad game is if they have a thing called no ads. It's usually for a $5, sometimes a $10 amount, and it'll say no ads, but all this means is you can, there are sometimes random ads that will just pop up mid-game, and it will take away those ads. But all the ones that are choices, you can still choose, you still have to choose to either watch or not watch. This game in particular, it's interesting because I've never seen this, and this is what made me want to talk about it in the first place. There's a remove all ads button, where for $44, you can remove all ads for rewards, boosts, and additional content. That means that everything that I will show you, where I'm going to watch an ad and bore you to tears, you don't have to, and then it just becomes a regular button for the entirety of the rest of the time you own this game. It just becomes a regular button that you can just press and then get the effect, and then yeah, no ads. At that point, it's just literally no ads, and then it's just a game, right? So essentially what this game is it's dice. You have 3 heroes, or you have 3 heroes on the bottom, or a maximum of 3 heroes on the bottom, and each of them have a dice. So I will go with this wizard and then explain how the character works, and then you'll understand how all the other characters work. So with a wizard, I have 3 dice here that are quick attacks. They have the quick attacks obviously don't do as much damage, and then you have 2. They have 2 hits, and then the strong attacks, they are a little bit stronger. They have 1 hit, and then the wizard special is he launches a singular blue volley that splits up into a multitude of hits. So this will, and then you have the ability to upgrade them with wizard orbs. And then, so it's 30 for this one, 40 for this one, and then 50 for this one. And then you have separate ones for each of your heroes. So you collect daggers for the archer. This is his quick, strong, and then special. And then you have, I just unlocked the gorilla. You can also unlock in the shop additional heroes for $30 and $45. And that's the basis of this game. Now, I'm going to play this first game with no ads, and then show you why I call it an ads game. So I'm going to start with the mage here. And so, yeah, he rolls the dice. I got a 2. It sends 2 volleys out. And yeah. So here I have the ability to choose. Now that I've gotten enough experience by killing monsters, I can now choose a singular upgrade. So now I can either use the ice, which freezes on impact, speed up the cooldown so that you get your rolls faster, or you can grow 2 sides, in this case a strong side and a quick side, and it'll add volleys to those things. I always take grow because I think that it's you just need the additional hits. So I got a 1 there, I got a 4 there, and that's obviously one of my growth sides, and that's because it always starts off as a 2. That is the volley. It's super cool. And so here's another one. I always like to take the grow side. The 3 side is the one that I normally like to take. The one in the middle, one of the sides that is now hitting 4 volleys will now go up +9. And then you can also do the smaller or the secondary grow side, which is the one that has a 3 will get +2, and then the one that has a 4 will also get a +2. I always like to I always like doing the value one, which is growing all of the sides. Because I feel like if I grow all of the sides, the first one, which is all 3 sides, if I grow all 3 sides, it overall your rolls just become better, as opposed to just making one roll better and then having bad rolls for most of your rolls. So I'm going to take that first one. And here is one of the ads. So this is what I mean when it says for $5 remove ads. It's removing these kinds of ads. So I didn't even do anything. There's just an ad in the middle of the game that I'm being forced to watch. If you pay $5, it'll remove these kinds of ads. So as you can see, I'm basically being very overwhelmed here. Okay, so I can either do cooldown, speed up, or ice. Or cooldown, the +9 or the ice. I think I'm gonna do, at this point, I'm gonna do the cooldown. Normally, they would have given me a second character, and that would have helped. But I'm gonna do the cooldown so that I can, at the very least, start attacking faster. But I'm getting incredibly overwhelmed here. I'm probably not going to survive this. The 663 right here, that's obviously my health. I'm at 500, I'm at 400. I'm going to obviously take the growth here. I guess it could be argued that I probably should have taken the cooldown. So now I have the ability to revive myself because I died. I'm gonna say no, right? So now I've lost. I can now upgrade. I have a new upgrade because I obtained stuff from that run, and I can make my hero better. You also have equipment and gear for each, you have gear for each hero. And so that is a regular game. That is what a regular game would feel like. You obtain some amount of resources that you can then upgrade your heroes in order to make them better. But the reason why I call this an ad game is because I'm going to play that exact thing, and I'm going to do all of the ads. So I'm just going to play a mage again. And you're going to see how easy this is. Normally they would give me an ad in order to pick everything, but I just got a reroll right there. I don't know if they're gonna never give me ads anymore. Oh, there we go. Okay, this was the point that I was gonna try to illustrate. Okay, I was very confused. I was like, oh my god, did my entire video just like blow up in my face? Okay, so this is why I call this an ad game. Now I can make my original decisions that I made in my that first video, or I can not make any of those decisions and watch an ad and take every single power-up. And you're gonna see how much easier this quote-unquote game is if I take every single power-up. But to do this, I obviously have to watch ads. Actually, I can mute this. I obviously have to watch ads and large quantities of ads. Now you can pay $45 to remove all of these ads. You can pay $5 to remove the random ads, or you can pay, or in this case, in the case of this game, you can pay $45 and remove all of the ads. Now, removing all of the ads and getting all of these things instantly sounds great, right? It sounds like this point of this, the part of this game would get less annoying. But imagine if you could do this and you could just press a button and get all three things. I get the grow, it adds all sides, that's 2 sides, and that's 1 side for my archer. You're gonna see how overpowered you become if you were to be able to do this. So the grow for 2 sides, grow for 1 side, grow for 3 sides. I'm going to take all of them.
You creepers just don't quit. Well, pack up the pickaxe and prepare to defeat your stink again with the relaunch of Dr. Squatch's limited
and this is what you have to do.
Diamond Scrub.
It's just ads every other, you know, every 30 seconds. And every 30 seconds you have to watch a 30-second ad.
Along with the exclusive Minecraft deodorant.
This no longer becomes an actual game, and it just becomes an ad game. And if you spend the $45 to get rid of all of your ads, then it doesn't even really become a game, because then there's no strategy. There's no, like, I'm just gonna get 3 things, become overly powered. I have a 7 hit, I have a 2, the special volley, I have a 6 hit, I have a 3 hit. Oh, cool. I'm just gonna, yeah, take all of those. Why not? You could spend $45, and you could eliminate all of these ads, and then it just ceases to become a game. Then you're just pressing a singular button that will definitely make you pass every single level. You'll always get double rewards for everything, and at that point, you're not really playing a game. You're just pressing buttons. And then you always know that you're always going to win every single time. This is literally, I'm just pressing buttons and winning. It's just at that point no longer, when you take away strategy, it's no longer a game. As cynical as I can be about Rush Royale being like, oh, if my opponent has more crit, oh, perfect. Oh, yeah, let's take all of those. As cynical as I can be, for Rush Royale taking, like, Rush Royale's quote-unquote no strategy, where if your opponent has, like, a Zeus, you know, you're probably going to lose, so you just quit out of that game. But if your opponent is running, like, a Boreas Grindstone deck, you can just play out the game, and then you're probably going to win the game, and there's no strategy. There is still technically strategy. There is more strategy in that than there is in this. In that, there is a 50-50 amount of strategy. It is a coin flip at best. And what I mean by that is prior to going, oh, perfect. Let's take all of those.
What's the last thing you've lied about?
All of those things sound great.
He said he wanted some fun time, but I said I had a headache.
Why though?
I just wanted some peace. And to play Sorcery School.
What's that?
It's the best twist on the solitaire.
I don't want
game.
to talk
Play
over
solitaire,
this ad here.
Monsters,
I'll talk over the
quests,
ones that I can
collect
mute.
and upgrade armor and weapons. It's so much fun.
And what do you like most about it?
Oh, the storyline.
And what's the story behind it?
You're gonna have to find out for yourself.
Let's just watch this ad together.
Does it have ads? Because I hate when games have ads.
Nope, 0 ads.
Then I'll try it.
Yeah, check it out. It's free.
If you're wondering how I even found this game, it was obviously through an ad like this. Okay. There is still a 50-50 amount of chance in in Rush Royale, even at its worst, which is right now. And what that chance is when I press PvP and it matches me with somebody, there is a 50-50 chance that it'll match you with somebody with a level 100 Fortuna and a Genie, Kobold deck, right? And there's a 50-50 chance that it'll match you with a bot. There's a 50-50 chance that it'll match you with a Demon Hunter Cauldron deck. There's a 50-50 chance that they'll match you with a, I don't know, insert your dumb deck, here, right? And that 50-50 chance in PvP is why you play Rush Royale. That's why I will play Rush Royale all the time. Ooh, I get Frost Flame. Since I have Boom and Ice, I now have a even special attack. Oh, yeah, perfect. New hero. The banana guy, the gorilla, I only have the one attack, because I haven't used him. And I haven't gotten upgrades for him. I have a singular thing. That probably means, oh no, I was gonna say that probably means I already have all of the upgrades, but I don't. Here, yeah, let's do that. Let's watch another ad, and get even more powerful, than the more powerful that I already am. It's weird to me that some of these have like a mute button and some of the ads don't. I think that at the very least, all ads should have mute buttons. If this is a silent ad, the reason why I'm always trying to not talk over ads is because when I use my mic, I don't know how loud the game is, because I don't hear game sound. So now I get all three of these. For 15 gems, I can take all of them, but I'm at the point, obviously, that I am way too powerful, and now I can actively just choose to not watch any more ads, or not use gems to take all of them, because I don't need all of them. You obviously need a large quantity of things in the early game, and then that was the same battle, and I very easily won. You get this amount of rewards, but oh! I could watch an ad to get double rewards. Perfect. Now I'll be able to more easily upgrade my guy. Oh, I found a pet. So, this little owl on the side? I can adopt a new pet. Now I can have a snake. I just have to watch an ad. You know what I just realized? And I don't know why I just realized this as a person making this video, but because I'm uploading this to YouTube, you totally have had the ability to fast forward through these ads. You can like plus 10 seconds, but then you don't get this in between commentary every so often. So, whatever you chose to do, I trust that some people are gonna have very different experiences with this video. Yeah. So now I can upgrade my guys so that they become better. I also have specials for each of the separate characters that you can also upgrade with all of those resources. And then you can also upgrade your castle to have more HP. And then you can also watch more ads for other pets. This is what an ads game is. Any game where it gives you a very cheap like no ads button, but it's technically not all no ads, that is what an ads game is. It's literally a game designed to annoy you to the point where there's in between ads. I only got one in between ad in that game. There are some games that have a countdown while you're in a game to when it's going to play a random ad. Those are the most egregious. But whenever you see a game and they try to sell you a quote unquote no ad button for $5, that is an ad game. It is not a real game, because if you had the ability to buy a actual remove all ads button, you're not playing a game anymore. You're just pressing buttons. You're not even, there's no strategy. And without strategy, if there was zero strategy within a game, if none of your decisions really mattered and you can just press a button and get all three, press a button, get all three, press a button, get all three, double your rewards, press a button, get all three, you just auto win everything. And at a certain point, because I've done this before in a different game, at a certain point, that becomes incredibly boring, because there is an inevitability that eventually you will just finish this game. That's it. And that inevitability of finishing the game kind of makes you not want to play the game, because you know that eventually, whenever this game stops, whenever there's no way for me to replay levels. There's no reason for me to replay levels. But eventually, I will get to the end of this game where the developers did not, make level 10,000, for example. And that inevitability with no strategy, where you're just, collect all three, double rewards, collect all three. When you eliminate strategy from a game and it's all based on it's not based on anything anymore, because you could technically pay $45 and just remove all ads and remove that strategy element. When you take that away, you're no longer playing a game. You're just clicking buttons. As bad as you think that Rush Royale is, as bad as you think that the matchmaking is, as bad as you think that that person has more legendaries than me, as bad as you think that crit difference is, it could be much worse. And if you had everything, and if you knew that you would win all the time, you would stop playing Rush Royale. Because there would be an inevitability that you would always win. And if you had, 30,000 crit, and you had a level 500 Zeus, and you had the ability to just go into every game and know that you were going to win, I would argue that at that point it would become less fun, and you wouldn't play the game anymore, because it's no longer strategy, it's just this.